Now let's talk about Jean-Luc Godard. He was also shown his film Socialisme here today.
Yes, yes.
Now lots of expectation about this film. Did it live up to it?
I found it intriguing, fascinating, baffling, like a kind of like a fragment, like the Rosetta Stone, like a fragment of something very powerful and meaningful, and you glimpse its meaning from behind a kind of structural bafflement. I was very, very intrigued by it. I wasn't bored by any means. I found it is like a poem, like a cine-prose poem, but a prose poem about what? I think if I had to boil down the message of the film, and I'm sure the great man himself would be furious at the very thought of doing that, it's a line in it where they say, ideas divide us, but dreams unite us. And this film passed like a dream, in a way, a kind of fractured, dislocated, but glittering dream, like mosaic fragments, which may add up to something, and you have to supply the missing jigsaw pieces. But I've no idea whether that's right or wrong, but I found it intriguing.
Now, Godard was supposed to come today. He was supposed to be one of the big stars of the Cannes Film Festival. He cancelled at the last minute. He cancelled
and has left a very, very brooding and weird message with Thierry Frémaux saying, dear Thierry, dear Alain Sard, I would go with you to the ends, to go with you as far as death, jusqu'au mort for the festival, but not one step further. And I'm afraid I can't be here today, or something like that. I can't remember what it was. A typically gnomic message from the mountaintop from the great man. Again, I found it as difficult to decipher as his film.
Now, everyone knows Jean-Luc Godard, but I bet you hardly anyone has seen his films. Do you think that's a triumph for him, or do you think that's a failure as a director?
I'm not sure hardly anyone has seen his films. I mean, he has made an awful lot of films, and with the ongoing revolution in DVD, it is in fact becoming easier and easier to see his films. I think he's becoming less of a big name. I mean, in the 60s and the 70s, he was part of the great intellectual ferment and excitement and the idea that you could change the world in a way with a conversation. You could change the world with a slogan. That is a very 60s idea. And in a way, Jean-Luc Godard in his great period is a kind of time capsule for that sort of thing. And he's not a fashionable figure anymore, but he's still a prolific filmmaker, and he's still a valuable voice, a high-minded voice against the kind of dross and the dumbing down of cinema. So I think maybe they're not seeing his movies. Maybe Oliver Stone gets his films seen by more people. But I think Godard, it would be a sad day when he finally falls silent.
Okay, Peter, that's all we have time for. But thanks for joining us here on France 24.
Thank you.